All right, welcome to this Friday edition of the Jim of All Trades show. Glad you're here. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. Hey, glad you made it. It's been a good Friday today. Finally got paid on the trade that we made, and happy about that. Gonna hopefully take profit on the final dip that we get here. I'm looking for one more wave down to finish out this diagonal, and then looking to maybe look long potentially. So I want to talk to you about those things. So glad you made it. Don't forget, whatever is offered here is not financial advice. It's sharing what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about as a trader, sharing what the charts look like for me as well. I'm not offering you advice for you to take, however. But if you can benefit from the knowledge that I've shared or the stupidity that I share, then you go right ahead because there is no warranty or guarantees of the information provided here. Okay? All right. With that being said, we're going to do our very, very best to give you good fundamental analysis, technical analysis, I should say, not fundamental, and good. Good trading psychology as well, and that's what you're going to get on this channel. A daily wave call as well, where we think where I think price is heading with likelihood, and then what to be looking for. So, if that's what you're looking for, it's a good channel to subscribe to. So glad you stopped by. All right, let's jump into the charts. We're going to look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I think we're all three of them are setting up for moves to the downside. One more, maybe. Let's take a peek and see. Excuse me. All right, so right now I believe my count. This is such a hard wave, but it's looking an awful lot like a diagonal, and it looks like it needs to finish a three wave. In a diagonal, you need to have three waves in every wave here, and they need to be progressively getting smaller. The four needs to overlap the one. So I'm thinking we've got an A, a B, and a C wave. It looks like an ending diagonal right here. That's my count for right now, and that means I need three waves here. So let's zoom into this final wave here and take a peek at what we should be getting here. Should be getting a five-wave move off the top here. We had a three-wave second wave, and then we've got a five-wave third wave. Except I think we have a kind of a complex fourth wave here. It could be some kind of a. It's really hard to understand this wave delineation. To be honest with you, I've gone back and forth over it. This could be some kind of a flat. Let me show you what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking. Let's see. Let me show you the count here. I think we got a 1, a 2. I think that's 3. This is 4, and that's 5. Okay, and that's 5 waves of the first wave. Okay, and then we have basically what follows it is a running flat maybe. So boom. Okay, boom, boom, right there, and then it comes down for the next wave. So sorry about that. Let's try again. A, B, kind of a complex B, and a C wave up, up. I'm not sure if that's the right way to count it, but it certainly is plausible. That gives us basically a running flat right here in the middle of this wave. Let me see if I can. Boom, 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 like that. And what that would give us for our fifth wave, which needs to be three waves, is a 5, a 3, and now we're getting the 5 wave down. Okay, if we run the one-to-one extension off of that guy right there, now who knows if we'll get it, but if we get the one-to-one extension, we're actually looking at $8,200 as a potential bottom to this correction. Probably just be a very, very quick hit to the bottom with a reaction back to the upside. I'm going to be looking for entry in that region. So hopefully we'll get the push down to that downside there. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. One of the things here, right here, this is a 5-wave move that is not complete. Let me show you what I'm seeing here in the small wave time frame here. I'm seeing something like this. There's a 1. Yep. Let's try it again. 1, 2. There's 3. We've made the 4. I think we're coming down for 5 now. Okay, and that's going to get us down here close to the. It'll be $8,300. Excuse me, $83 to $8,200. It may not get down to that one-to-one extension there. 83 might be a better target. But it looks like we are getting the 1-2 wave of this of this 5 waves down to the downside here. So we'll have to wait to see what we get. But I'm thinking we're going to get a nice little push down here pretty soon. So all right. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Let's zoom out and see where would that put us in the grand scheme of things. Okay. 2-hour chart. What that would do for us, we'd finish an ABC correction here or an ABC move here. I'm expecting another 3-wave structure to the upside. We have a potential for it to be a bull move. Pay no attention to this. This is from teaching the other night. Remember, we've got a bull scenario where this is the 1 wave and all that's a 2 wave, and then we're going to get a bull scenario count like that. We have another scenario, which is my scenario, which is this is the end of an X wave right here, and this 3-wave move here is the beginning of a Z wave. That's the first 3-wave structure. We're going to get another 3-wave structure and a final 3-wave structure there to finish out a Z wave, and that'll take us down, in the $6,000 region potentially. So looking for that as a possibility. So I wonder if the question is, are we going to stay in this channel or not on this upswing? If we get an upswing, we're going to stay in this channel, we're going to break out of it. If we break out of it, guys, I think a lot of people are going to be going long. I think a lot of bulls, because I mean this channel carries all the way down. Okay, it carries all the way. Lots of hits there. So if we break to the upside, guys, I think a lot of bulls are going to be jumping in on that trade. To the upside. I believe, and I've said in past videos, that I think that could be a bull trap as well. So be careful, because basically we could get a shape something like this, boom, 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 like that, and that would finish us out in a WXYXZ pattern. Okay, so let me just show you again. We got WXYX and then a Z down there, and it'll be a 3-wave structure there. So, yeah, that's what we're potentially looking at here. So we got to be careful. So let's watch that carefully. I suppose that we could be also setting up for a larger dump here as well. And if that would be the case, then we've got some other count going on in here. I want to play devil's advocate with myself here and see if we can figure out what else might be going on. Let's just play around a little bit and see if we can think outside the box here. One of the things I like to do as a trader is like, is there any other way to try to see what's going on here? So I'm just going to kind of take everything off here, and just take a peek here. So let's just do this as an exercise together, okay? I have considered I've considered the idea that we have a 1-2-1-2 wave here. The only problem I have with that being a 1-2-1-2 is that this doesn't look like a 5-wave structure. Okay, so that's the problem I have. So we'd have to dig into that and say, can we get a 5-wave structure out of that? Okay, but if that's a 1-2 and this is a 1-2, we'd then have to get a 1 wave out of here, 1-2, and this we'd be making the 3rd wave right now. We'd be coming down an awful lot here. And so we'd have to get some kind of a 1 wave out of that. And one of my biggest problems of this, and I shared this in previous videos, is that this wave right here cannot be in any way, shape, or form construed as a 5-wave structure. It is only 3 waves, okay? It is only 3 waves. Let me show you here. Zoom in. Kind of come on over to it. Got a box around it, so we should be able to find it pretty quick. There it is, right there. Okay, you can see how we've got a 5-wave, a 3-wave, and a 5-wave. That is a 5-3-5. I just don't know how to get, and it also, this measures down to the 1-2-7-6. Okay, let me see. Is there a way? 1, 2, 3. I just don't see any way to get it, guys. I just don't see it. All I see is a... All right, technically, let's play here. Let's play devil's advocate here. My daughter's playing a game there. She's playing kind of loud, so I hope you can't hear her. Okay, all right. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I can't get anything other than three waves there, guys. I just there's just no way to get it. I mean, I just don't see it at all. You just got to do some really strange things there. So because that's a three wave, guys, we have to interpret in light of that three waves. It's constraining me to look at it as a three wave. So if that's a three wave, guys, that's three waves. Three waves. This looks like three waves as well. That looks like a 5-3-5. Um, so that looks like a big WXY to me. Okay, WXY. Okay, 3, and a 3. So then we have a three wave to the upside, and then we've got a 5 that I already counted. We got a I'm counting this as a running flat, and then we're getting another 5 waves to the downside. That's the best I can come up with that wave. So yeah, to me, guys, I think my count is on. I think it's correct. I think it's the right way to interpret it. I'm looking for one more hit to the low. Let's look at the RSI and see what it's telling us on the 2-hour chart. Prefer the 2-hour RSI. Let's see. I had these lines on here from something else there. Check that out here. All right, so we've got a little wedge forming here in the RSI. Okay. Um, you can kind of see we've got room to come down to the downside. We've got plenty of room down here. What we would get here is some bullish. So if we get one more hit here to the downside, right there, we'd have some bullish divergence here while we got price going down, while we'd have some divergence there on the down on the RSI there. So there's a good chance that we actually come on down in this wedge shape, but we could oscillate even more down to the downside. It may not come straight down. It may just oscillate all weekend long. Would that not be horrible? I mean, it's totally could. It could totally get more of the sideways chop, and that's often what we get over the weekends right there. That's what we get right there. I would hate that. I would so hate that. I wish this would just go ahead and finish. When I enjoy my weekend, I don't want to be watching price all weekend for this. So anyway, yep. Anyway, all right. Let's look in the smaller time frames and just check. I'll show you the breakout that we had today in price. It looks like we've had a break of the trend line here. Oh, let's get the RSI off. There we go. You can see that how whenever we break that trend line significantly, we go to the downside. So we've had a break here. We got a retest of it here. We'll have to see what we get. If they retest that whole thing, we'll have to remove our trend line. But we even had, earlier we had this trend line. We broke it down. It came back up. You might even put it there, retested that area there, and then it has bounced off. If we redraw it to here, to this point right there, we've had a break of it. So it's hard to know where to put this one for sure, the trend line. But we've had a break and a retest. It looks like we're going to be coming on down. All the charts are kind of looking like that. You can see the trend line here. We had a break of it to the downside, retesting it. Let's see Litecoin as well. Litecoin is the largest of the breakers here. Of course, this is a large trend line here. It's a diagonal shape that I'm seeing there, and we had a break to the downside out of that wedge there. We'll go to the 15-minute time frame. I'll show you the small time frame break that we had in Litecoin. You can kind of see here. I have this trend line right there. And we've had a break of that trend line as well. So I'm expecting this move to develop over the evening hours and to the downside. Watch this for the bottoming pattern, okay? Watch it for a bottoming pattern. Watch the RSI come on down. See if we get the divergence that we're looking for on the downside there. So once price makes the lower low, but the RSI doesn't make the lower, it stays higher. That might give us a good signal for a buy setup. So I am looking for a long. Potentially, I'm going to take this long to the upside for a three-wave move. So that's the trade setup that I'm looking for. Ethereum's looking like it's got one more move as well. We've got a nice little I already talked about the break here, but we got a break and retest. This looks like a good 1-2 wave there potentially. We'd have to see the way that could be a 3 wave. So we got to be careful that this is just isn't a corrective wave, and then we're going to come up. It's always possible, guys. Always possible just to get a 3 wave correction. And what they basically do is we got to come on. We got a 3 wave move. It's possible to get another 3 wave move like that, and then we get another. So we end up with a complex correction. Okay, so that's always a possibility that we have to watch out for. So be careful. I guess also I don't like it, but could be a diagonal forming as well. This is a diagonal, guys, and we're talking reversal already. I don't like it. It's not facing up as much as I'd like to see it, but it's okay. We could have a 1 wave, a 2 wave. There's 3. It's too long though. 4 could be getting 5 like that, and then the break to the downside. The way diagonals work, which I don't like the shape of it, so I'm not liking this. But you get a 3 wave move, and then we go off to the races like that. That's the way diagonals work. So. The big deal about Ethereum is that Ethereum has broken its larger trend line to the downside. Okay, we've been in this triangular pattern forever. Okay, forever in here. It's not a triangle, guys. It's not, but it was a triangular pattern. Then we broke out of it. Okay, now what I believe we've done is the best I can tell here is that we've got a 1, 2, 1, 2, and now we're in the process of a 3rd wave. The only problem with that is my fibs. We haven't really made this. We need to come more impulsively down to get down here to the 1618. Now, the interesting thing about this is that if that's a 1, 2, 1, 2, which I can totally see that as a possibility, got a leading diagonal here, 3-way pullback. We got a good 5-wave structure, 3-way pullback, and then we're coming down impulsively as well. If that's the case, guys, then that would imply that Bitcoin actually has some more downside to go. So we're going to wait and see what we get right now. What we have in Ethereum is a 3-wave structure right there that's come to the 1-to-1 extension. It may have one more hit to the low and then up. And so I'm not sure what the implications of that are. So correlating Ethereum and what I'm seeing and understanding what this is pretty challenging. So the correlation today, I haven't had a chance to really do a lot of heavy analysis, but I want to tell you that we need to, as a community of people, we need to figure out, okay, what's the correlation here between Ethereum and what Bitcoin could be doing, because that's really, really the crux of my TA is correlation. I spend so much time generally trying to correlate the charts and figure out, okay, how are these going to move in tandem? How are they going to move together? Okay. So I can really see we got a break to the downside here. It looks like we got a, in Litecoin, it looks like we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5th wave down, it looks like. So we need to come on down and kind of finish that out. Looks like we got the beginnings of that, maybe. We got a break to the downside. We got a wave pullback. So we might get 5 more waves. Looking for about the $55 region, 55.50, something like that. And then we're going to have a retracement up to the upside. So what that would be here, let's just zoom out just a little bit. A way to count this, the way I counted it last night is like this. 1, 2. All of that's 3. This is 4, and now we're making the 5th wave. And that's the way I counted that last night. I think that's right. This part's very challenging right in here. But I think we have a flat kind of correction in there. So challenging wave for sure. There's no doubt about it. That's a very, very challenging wave to interpret. Yeah, if that's the case, that's 5 waves to the downside. We need to finish it out with one more push. Then we would expect, like a 3-wave pullback, and that would give us our 3-wave, like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we're looking for three waves to the upside. That would give us a three-wave push up for Litecoin as well, and then we get a really steep dive to the downside. And that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin to happen. So that's kind of what I'm watching for and what I'm waiting to see. So we'll have to watch and see. My voice is being shot right now, guys. But I did want to give you some analysis today and just kind of say, hey, we're going to keep watching the chart. Watch out for this last push. I'm probably going to be looking for a long position. As we come on down, you can see that on the RSI. Let me go down to the 2 hour. On the RSI, we've got a nice wedge being formed here on Litecoin as well. We could come on down and then come on to the upside out of it in a three-way fashion. So, all right, let's watch. Let's watch. Be careful. Be safe, guys. And I'll try to get a video out done in the morning so you guys can have some analysis as well. And if there's anything exciting happening overnight, I might go live tonight for fun. Okay. All right. You guys have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.